The season 1 finale of Modern Family, titled Family Portrait, is a perfect mix of chaos, comedy, and heartfelt moments. It captures exactly what makes this show special: love, imperfection, and the hilarious reality of trying to be the perfect family. But what many viewers didn't realize is that Gloria's one small, unforgettable moment ended up completely stealing Clay's spotlight. Let's break down everything that happened and how this ending perfectly perked up the first season. The episode starts with Claire Dunphy doing what she does best, trying to make everything perfect. She wants the family portrait to be flawless, believing that this photo will finally prove that her family can appear normal and put together, at least for one moment. But, as fans know, perfection and the Pritchett-Dunphy clan just don't mix. Phil, being the supportive yet goofy husband, tries to help but ends up complicating things as usual. Meanwhile, the kids, Haley, Alex, and Luke, are all over the place, bringing their typical teenage chaos. The stage is set for another hilarious family meltdown, and Claire is holding on by a thread. At the same time, we see the other branches of the family dealing with their own drama. Jay and Gloria are preparing for the family photo too, but Gloria's fiery personality and Jay's stubbornness immediately lead to funny tension. Gloria wants to look beautiful and perfect for the photo, while Jay is just trying to get through it without losing his mind. Then there's Mitchell and Cameron. They're also getting ready for the big photo but are distracted by their pet bird, who ends up causing a huge mess. Their storyline adds a layer of chaos that ties perfectly with the overall theme. No matter how hard everyone tries, nothing ever goes according to plan in this family. As the family gathers for the portrait, everything begins to spiral out of control. Claire is stressed beyond belief. The dog jumps into the shot, someone's clothes get dirty, and people start arguing. It's one of those moments where Modern Family perfectly balances humor with truth, because that's real family life. You try to make something perfect, but it's always the imperfections that make it memorable. Now, here's where Gloria's big moment comes in. During all the craziness, Gloria tries to lighten the mood and make everyone laugh. But in doing so, she unintentionally hijacks the entire event. She slips and falls into the mud, a moment that's both hysterical and iconic. Everyone bursts into laughter, and suddenly Claire's idea of a perfect, polished family portrait is gone forever. Instead, they are all covered in mud, laughing uncontrollably and embracing the mess. For Claire, it's a total disaster. She wanted this one day to go smoothly, to have a picture that showed her family as neat and organized. But Gloria's muddy fall turns it into the exact opposite. Yet, in a deeper sense, that moment actually brings the entire family together. The laughter, the spontaneity, and the chaos become the real memory, not the perfect photo Claire imagined. That's the emotional genius of Modern Family. Reminds us that love and connection aren't found in perfection. They are found in the messy, ridiculous moments that we can laugh about later. Gloria's fall may have hijacked Clay's special day, but it also gave the family something genuine, a moment of joy and unity. By the end of the episode, when the Muddy family finally poses for their photo, it becomes one of the most iconic endings of the entire series. The mud, the chaos, and the laughter show that this is who they really are, imperfect, but happy together. And that's what Odin Family has always been about. Gloria's one moment isn't just physical comedy. It symbolizes how life can ruin our plans but give us something even better in return. Claire learns to let go, to accept that life won't always go according to her plan. The ending captures a beautiful truth. Sometimes the best family moments come from accidents. The finale also set up the tone for the future seasons. We see each family member accepting each other's flaws. Phil and Claire continue to grow as a couple who balance chaos with love. Jay realizes that Gloria's energy and spontaneity bring life into his world. And Mitchell and Cam's dynamic shows us how patience, love, and humor help hold everything together. Even though it's full of humor, there's a subtle emotional depth here. Clay's frustration, Gloria's big personality, and everyone's clashing quirks all come together to show the meaning of family. The portrait may be ruined, but the moment is perfect in its own messy way. This is what made the Modern Family Season 1 finale unforgettable. It's a reminder that our best memories aren't the ones we plan, but the ones that happen when everything goes wrong. Gloria didn't mean to steal the show, but her accident turned into the heart of the episode. One of those moments that defines Modern Family's charm: real people, real chaos, and real love. So in the end, yes, Gloria hijacked Clay's special day. But in doing so, she created a moment that no one could ever forget. The family learned to laugh at themselves, embrace imperfection, and appreciate each other just as they are. That's the magic of this show. It makes us laugh, it makes us reflect, and it reminds us that family will always be beautifully imperfect. At the muddy chaos of the Modern Family Season 1 finale, fans couldn't stop talking about that unforgettable ending. It wasn't just funny, it was emotional, symbolic, and so true to life. But what's even more interesting is how that one moment, when Gloria accidentally hijacked Clay's picture-perfect day, reflected everything that the creators of the show wanted to say about family, love, and human imperfection. Behind the scenes, the writers of Modern Family actually designed the finale to show that every member of this huge, blended family brings something unique, and that sometimes those differences cause friction. Claire represents control and order, while Gloria represents passion and chaos. When those two worlds collide, you get a disaster, but a beautiful one. In interviews, Julie Bowen, who plays Claire, once said that this episode was one of her favorites because it shows how much Claire wants everything to look perfect, even though deep down she knows her family will never be that way. Sofia Vergara, Gloria, also mentioned that she loved filming the muddy scene because it captured Gloria's fun and spontaneous side, the total opposite of Claire's uptight energy. That's exactly what made the episode so powerful. Gloria didn't mean to ruin anything. In her mind, she was just being herself, vibrant, dramatic, and full of life. But that small action, her slip in the mud, completely changed the dynamic of the moment. Claire's stress turned to laughter, Jay's grumpiness turned to pride, and everyone finally relaxed. You look deeper. Gloria's fall can even be seen as a metaphor. It's about how unexpected moments can humble us. Claire, who wanted control, had to surrender to the chaos. It's as if the universe told her, let go. Life's not a photo, it's a moving story. Now, this theme didn't end with the finale. It actually shaped the tone for season 2. In the next season, we see Claire learning to loosen up more. She still wants control, but she slowly realizes that imperfection doesn't mean failure. Her character becomes warmer and funnier because of what happened in that season 1 ending. Gloria, on the other hand, becomes even more confident in who she is. She doesn't hide her big personality anymore. She embraces it. And Jay, he starts to appreciate that Gloria's energy keeps their family alive and connected. That muddy moment was like the start of their deeper understanding as a couple. FNS often forget how emotional the filming of that ending was. The cast had to shoot the muddy photo scene several times, and they were actually laughing for real. Ty Burrell, Phil, said in an interview that by the time they wrapped that scene, everyone was completely soaked, cold, and covered in dirt, but it felt like a real family memory. That authenticity is what made Modern Family stand out. When you think about it, the episode also sends a message to the audience that every family, no matter how different, deals with the same struggle. We all want our lives to look perfect, especially in pictures or in front of others. But the truth is, it's the messy, unfiltered moments that bring people closer. Claire's meltdown and Gloria's muddy accident showed us that it's okay to laugh at ourselves. It's okay when things don't go right. That's what real love looks like, accepting the chaos and finding joy in it. Another interesting layer here is how each family branch reacted differently. Mitchell and Cameron, who often deal with their own perfectionism, laughed the hardest. Their storyline about the bird and the mess in their house mirrored Clay's obsession with control. Both stories ended in the same message: stop chasing perfect, start living real. By ending season 1 this way, Modern Family gave us closure and a new beginning at the same time. It tied up the first year of their adventures but opened the door for growth. Every character learned something small but meaningful, and that's why this show connects with audiences worldwide. The finale also set a visual standard. That muddy family portrait became iconic, used in promos, fan edits, and even referenced later in future episodes. It wasn't a polished studio shot. It was wild, funny, and human, the perfect visual summary of what the show stands for. Even the directors said they wanted the final frame, everyone laughing, covered in mud, to feel unscripted. They filmed multiple versions but chose the take where the laughter felt most natural. Because that's Modern Family, a blend of humor, authenticity, and genuine emotion. You watch closely, Claire's face at the very end says everything. There's a brief moment where she stops being angry and starts laughing, not because the situation got better, but because she realized that being perfect isn't worth losing joy over. That's her growth. And then there's Gloria, covered in mud, still beautiful, still confident, laughing louder than everyone else. She's the spirit of the show, chaotic, loving, and unapologetically real. She didn't ruin Clay's day. She saved it. She reminded everyone, including us watching, that love isn't clean or staged. It's messy, loud, and sometimes muddy. Later seasons, this dynamic between Gloria and Claire becomes a recurring theme. Claire often gets annoyed with Gloria's drama, but deep down, she envies her ability to just live in the moment. And Gloria, despite all her energy, respects Claire's effort to hold everything together. Their friendship, built on that very conflict, started right there in the season 1 finale. Even critics noticed it. Many reviews praised the finale for being a perfect blend of humor and heart, calling it one of the best season enders in sitcom history. It didn't need a big twist or cliffhanger. It just showed family in all its glorious mess. So when people say Gloria hijacked Clay's special day, they are right, but in the best way possible. She didn't just take over the photo, she transformed it. She turned a fake moment into a real one. She gave the family something to laugh about for years to come. In a way, the muddy portrait is symbolic of Modern Family itself. It's not clean, not organized, not picture perfect, but it's full of love. It shows that family doesn't need to look perfect to be perfect. And that's why the ending of season 1 still stands out all these years later. It's more than just a funny scene. It's a message. A reminder that when life gets messy, that's when the real magic happens. What made this ending stand out wasn't just the comedy. It was the honesty. Fans loved how the show didn't end on a perfect family photo, but instead on something totally unplanned. That's what made Modern Family different from every other sitcom. It celebrated imperfection. People connected deeply with Claire's breakdown and Gloria's unintentional moment of chaos. On one side, you had Claire, the mom trying desperately to make everything right, and on the other, Gloria, who just wanted everyone to enjoy the moment. When those two energies collided, something magical happened. On forums like Reddit and fan pages, viewers said things like, "That muddy photo scene made me cry and laugh at the same time. It reminded me of my own mom trying to make family pictures perfect while we kids messed everything up." Gloria didn't ruin the day. She made it real. Even years later, that moment remains one of the most replayed Modern Family scenes on YouTube and TikTok. It's funny, chaotic, and relatable, the perfect combination. Critics also praised the season 1 finale for being emotionally grounded. Entertainment Weekly described it as a beautiful mess, the perfect metaphor for family life. The New York Times called it a masterclass in sitcom storytelling, heart-wrapped in humor. The beauty of that final muddy shot lies in its symbolism. Each character in the frame represents a piece of the family puzzle. The perfectionist, the dreamer, the jokester, the realist, all coming together in one messy, hilarious, unforgettable image. But let's talk about Gloria's hijacking moment a bit more deeply. On the surface, it's just slapstick comedy. She slips, everyone laughs, chaos follows. But emotionally, it's a turning point. Gloria unknowingly teaches Claire and the audience something profound. You can't control everything, and that's okay. Throughout season 1, Claire's main struggle was keeping her family under control. She wanted to be the perfect mom. But life with Phil, 3 kids, and an extended family that includes Jay, Gloria, Mitchell, and Cam was never going to be peaceful. Gloria's moment, messy, loud, and spontaneous, breaks that illusion completely. And instead of being angry, Claire finally lets go and joins in the laughter. That's growth. This shift carries into future seasons. Claire becomes a more flexible, more understanding version of herself. She still worries, but she also learns to laugh at the chaos. It's no coincidence that some of Claire's best episodes later in the series show her trying to find balance, not perfection. For Gloria, this moment cemented her as the emotional heart of the show. Her warmth, humor, and fearless spirit became the glue that held the family together in later seasons. Even when she makes mistakes, her intentions are always pure. She wants everyone to be happy, and she's never afraid to get messy for it. Behind the scenes, the cast shared that filming this scene was one of the hardest and funniest days on set. The mud was real, the laughter was real, and even the chaos was partly improvised. Director Jason Weiner revealed in an interview that Sofia Vergara's reacted. She really fell harder than expected, and everyone's laughter was genuine. We kept rolling, and it turned into magic. That's why the finale felt so alive. Wasn't polished or fake.